gentlemen, would you please show your appreciation to all of the officials on poolside who have given up their time to ensure this session can run. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please be upstanding for the national anthem?
This is event 501, it's the female 10 to 14 50-metre butterfly. There are 8 heats, this is heat 1, referee. So in this first heat, in lane 1 we have Elizabeth Burchek. In lane 2, Georgina Manx. Lane 3, Grace Armitage. Lane 4, Harriet Stewart-Contrell. Lane 5, Annabelle Carey. Lane 6, Tsing-Wing Lau. Lane 7, Freya Sutherland. And lane 8 is Edith Helm. All of the swimmers in this race are 11 years old, apart from in lane 1, Elizabeth Burchek, who is 10. At this moment, it looks like in lane 4, it's Harriet Stewart-Contrell is in the lead. So that should be finishing first, and fight second place would be on her right, Annabelle Carey. We'll take second place, and third is Georgina Manx. Heat 2, referee. So in this heat 2, in lane 0 is Yet Yam. In lane 1, Evie Lowers. Lane 2, Addison Lamb of Harper. Lane 3, Gracie Chedway of Chesham. Lane 4, Hayley Costa of Potters Bar. Also in Potters Bar in lane 5 is Emily Lynch. Heidi Orgman in lane 6 of Letchworth. Lane 7, Catherine Hatherley of Hatfield. Lane 8, Ira Doke of Watford. And lane 9, Olivia Hopley of Hatfield. Looks like it's lane 5, Emily Lynch, who is in the lead here. Looks like they touch in first. She does. Oh no, Emily Lynch in first. Second is Catherine Hatherley, and the third was Heidi Organ. Hello. Testing. Heat 3, referee. So, lane 0 is Layla Harley of Watford. Lane 1, Elise Preston of Tring. Lane 2, Isla Austin, Hempstead. Lane 3, Charlotte Dixon, Hitchin. Lane 4, Eloise Geffen of Costa. Lane 5, Holly Foster from Rickmansworth. Lane 6, Addison Summers of Costa. Lane 7, Carla Ormond of Chesham. Lane 8, Scarlett Yee, St Albans. And lane 9, Emily Benson of Berkhamsted. And it looks like it's lane 2 and lane 7 that are going to be touching first. I think lane 2 take that. Oh no, lane 1, that's Isla Austin. Second, Scarlett Ormond. And third is Addison Summers. Heat 4, referee. So in lane 0 is Darcy Cader of Berkhamsted. Lane 1, Freya Keeling of Ware. Lane 2, Sakura Yamada Orr of St Albans. Lane 3, Martha Compton, Hoddesdon. Lane 4, Jasmine Dorziak of Roster. Lane 5, Isabel Crotty, Bishop Stortford. Lane 6, Cara Miki of Rickmansworth. Lane 7, Emily Mellor, Watford. Lane 8, Savannah Smith, Potters Bar. And lane 9, Sophie Preston of Stevenage. And it looks like between 1, 4 and lane 8. And it's lane 8, Savannah Smith first. Jasmina Dorziak second. And Martha Compton in third. Heat 5, referee. So in this Heat 5, in lane 0 of Neve Ives of Hatfield. Lane 1, Maya Deacon of Tring. Lane 2, Ashley Worth of Ware. Lane 3, Georgie Barsby of Hatfield. Lane 4, Jasmine Hunt, Stevenage. Lane 5, Maya Valencia, Hoddesdon. Lane 6, Elena Rosavallo of Harpenden. Lane 7, Katie Brazil, Potters Bar. Tali Froome in lane 8 from Harpenden, and Amber Smith in lane 9 of St Albans. And this is a very tight race, but over there in lane 0, It looks like Neve Ives has taken the win, followed in second place by Elena Ross-Avalo and in third Maya Valencia. Heat 6, referee. So this Heat 6 in lane 0 is Amelie Demoule of Verulam. Lane 1, Myla Zia of Royston. Lane 2, Martha Mellors of Verulam. Lane 3, Maria Thorne of Ware. Lane 4, Hannah Walton of Stevenage. Lane 5, Tilly Howes, Verulam. Lane 6, Hannah Juna of Hitchin. Lane 7, Isla Kerry of Watford. Also of Watford in lane 8 is Esme Hui. And in lane 9, Daphne Aziz of Potters Bar. Looks to me that lane 8, Emily Hui of Watford, will be taking first place. No, it was actually Mariella Thorne in first, Emily Hui in second, and Martha Mellors in third. Heat 7, referee. So this Heat 7 in lane 0 is Rose McKern. Lane 1, Amelia Cass. Lane 2, Sophie Tom. Lane 3, Natalie Herbst. Lane 4, Alana Colburn. Lane 8, Olivia Daniel. Lane 6, Isabella Pledger. Lane 7, Rachel Ord. Lane 8, Gia Sonny. And in lane 9, Chloe Wan. And as they finish there, it's Liana Colburn in first, Rachel Ord in second, and Olivia Daniel in third. Heat 8, referee. So in this final heat, in lane 0 is Alison Liu, lane 1 Charlotte Douglas, lane 2 Megan Randall, lane 3 Charlotte Stewart, in lane 4 Edie Foster, lane 5 Jasmine Scott, in lane 6 Anna Zapietskaya, lane 7 Summer Miller, lane 8 Phoebe Hickford, and lane 9 Heidi King. And looks like Edie Foster of Bishop Stortford will be touching first, followed by Jasmine Scott in second, Summer Lil in third, and Anna Zamitskaya in fourth. This is event 502. It's the female 15 and over 50 metre butterfly. There are 8 heats. This is heat 1. Referee. So in this first heat, we only have 3 swimmers. In lane 3, it's Maya Bohara of Watford. Lane 4, Kenzie Bradshaw of Hertford. In lane 5, Charlotte Doddymead of Royston. And at the moment, it's Kenzie Bradshaw of Hertford in the lead, followed by Charlotte Doddymead in second, and Maya Bohara in third. And that's how they finish. So Kenzie takes the win, followed by Charlotte. And Maya in third. Heat 2, referee. So in this heat 2, in lane 0 is Sophie Ellard. Lane 1, it's Isla Finlayson. In lane 2, Emily Hooper. Lane 3, Amelie Renouf. Lane 4, Amy Wormeling. Lane 5, Phoebe Waite. Lane 6, Isabel Dunn. Lane 7, C. Bradley Jones. And in lane 8 is Maya Kite. And it looks like it's battle here between lanes 2, 5, and 8. And it's lane 8, Maya Kite takes the win, followed by Phoebe Waite in second, and Emily Hooper Costa in third. Heat 3, referee. So in this heat 3, in lane 0 is Sophie Herity. Lane 1, Maya Robu. Lane 2, Florence Fawcett. Lane 3, Ira Chodhare. Lane 4, Tara Shah. Lane 5, Marthy Seal. Lane 6, Jessica Hutchins. Lane 7, Paige Brewster. Lane 8, Sophie Gleeson. And lane 9, Grace Fleming Jacobs. It's going to be a close finish. We have a joint first place between Paige Brewster and Tara. And then in third place is Ara Chodhare. Heat 4, referee. In lane 0 is Lenny Ward. Lane 1, Sienna Candola. Lane 2, Grace Cracknell. Lane 3, Darcy Waller. Lane 4, Esme Stringer. Lane 5, Caroline Sedgwick. Lane 6, Evie Buttersworth. Lane 7, Tabitha Bayliss. Lane 8, Abigail John. And in lane 9, Poppy Audrey. And it looks like the two middle lanes, that's 4 and 5, are coming in first. It looks like lane 5, that's going to be Caroline Sedgwick takes first place, followed by Esme Stringer in second, and Abigail John in third. Heat 5, referee. In this Heat 5, in lane 0 is Taya Roberton. In lane 1 is Angelica Lazarkati. Lane 2, Jasmine Pereira. Lane 3, Gigi Rubicek-Smith. Lane 4, Sophia Dixon. Lane 5, Bea Grant. Lane 6, Rachel Carpenter. Lane 7, Cassandra Pereira. Lane 8, Sophia Stelmach. And in lane 9, Layla Juravicius. And in first place there was Taya Roberton. In second was Sophia Dixon. And in lane 3 was B. Grant. Heat 6, referee. So in this Heat 6, in lane 0 is April Mills. Lane 1, Holly Enright. Lane 2, Summer Boswell. Lane 3, Mimi Clinch. Lane 4, Polly Munson. Lane 5, Tisha Adebola Lawal. In lane 6, Nell Costa. Lane 7, Sophie Lyon. Lane 8, Olivia Riley. And in lane 9 is Jemima Cross. It's going to be a very tight finish. And coming in first there was Nell Costa. In second, Polly Munson. And in 3 was Tisha. This is Heat 7, referee. So this Heat 7 in lane 0 is Zara Rind. Lane 1, Sophia Clark. Lane 2, Valentina Tinarello. Lane 3, Emola Joza. Lane 4, Freya Johnson. Lane 5, Katie Jeffrey. Lane 6, Ruby May Chiaboro. Lane 7, Honor Beaverstock. Lane 8, Martha Duncan. And in lane 9, Antonia Elias. And they finish with Freya Johnson taking first place, Ruby May Chiaboro in second, and Valentina in third. Heat 8, referee. Lane 0 is Kate Hopper. In lane 1, Alexandra Nerney. Lane 2, Liana Sapala. Lane 3, Ashley Ransom. Lane 4, Emily Fields. Lane 5, Amy Borum. Lane 6, Eva Ives. Lane 7, Verity Food. Lane 8, Naomi Rose Conde. And in lane 9, Taya Gregory. And it's a very fast race. Final heat, all of the swimmers swimming under 30 seconds. And coming in first there is Emily Fields, in second was Ashley Ransom, and in third, Naomi Rose Conde. This is event 503. It's the open male, 10 to 14 years, 50 metre butterfly. There are 7 heats. This is heat 1. Referee. So in this heat 1, we have 7 swimmers. They all age between 10 and 11. And in lane 1 is Theo Rawnsley of Harpenden. Lane 2, Adam Czerwinski of Potters Bar. Lane 3, William Oxley of City of St Albans. Lane 4, Jack Dalton of Stevenage. Lane 5, Henry Hand, Hertford. Lane 6, William Howard of Tring. And in lane 7, Sian Milsom of Bishop Stortford. And it looks like the Bishop Stortford swimmer, Sian Milsom, is taking a strong lead. I would say in second we have Henry Hand of Hertford. I think that's how they're going to finish. So that's Sian in first, Henry Hand in second, and William Oxley in third. Heat 2, referee. In lane 0 is Leo Tsang of Stevenage. In lane 1, Archie Dawson of Hitchin. Lane 2, Murad Makamov of Potters Bar. In lane 3, Maxwell Carter, Watford. Lane 4, Maxwell Cross of Cheshunt. Lane 5, Elliot John, Stevenage. Lane 6, Oliver Burrows of Hatfield. Lane 7, George Gosling of Berkhamsted. Lane 8, Stefan Sorsanelli of St Albans. And in lane 9, William Marshall of Cheshunt. And it looks like over in lane 2, it's Murad Makamov of Potters Bar is going to be finishing strongly in first, followed in second by George Gosling, and in third, Oliver Burrows. Heat 3, referee. I have been handed a notice of disqualification. It's for event 501, Heat 2, lane 5 for a technical infraction. That's event 501, Heat 2, lane 5, technical infraction. So in this heat, in lane 0 is James Nelson, lane 1, Stanley Allway, lane 2, Albert Saunders, lane 3, John Homan Daly, lane 4, Luca C, in lane 5, Vizian Sonny, Lane 6, Oliver Bambalo. Lane 7, Julien Vanier. In lane 8, Charlie Robinson. And lane 9, Harry Ellard. And as they finish, it's Vivian Sonny in first, Lucia C in second, Lucas C in second, and John Homan Daly in third. Heat 4, referee. So in this Heat 4, in lane 0 is Harrison Dodwell, lane 1 Dewey Fordyce, lane 2 Isaac Wilshire, lane 3 Harry Morris, lane 4 James Winter, lane 5 Sonny Bullock, lane 6 Daniel Chamberlain, lane 7 Cody Bridgen, lane 8 Leo Sims, and in lane 9 is Theo Stacey. And it looks to me that over in lane 1 and lane 3 there's a battle for first and second. So that's between Dewey Forsyth and Harry Morris. And as they touch in there, it looks like Harry Morris took first, Dewey Forsyth second, and James Winter was third. Heat 5, referee. And after a ninth clean start, there's Heat 5. In lane 0 is George Sims, lane 1 Poco Perglesi, lane 2 Leo Shaw, lane 3 Sebastian Chulaset. Kulat, lane 4 Aaron Rawnsley, lane 5 Todd Lung, lane 6 Samuel Charles, lane 7 Charles Hodgson, lane 8 Luca Capozzi, and lane 9 Charlie Pritchard. It's going to be a very tight finish. It does look like over on the side in lane 1 and lane 3 might be touching him first. And that was Sebastian Churchill in first, Samuel Charles in second, and Poco Perglisi in third. Heat 6, referee. So in this Heat 6, in lane 0 is Hugo Koyanagi. In lane 1 is Elijah Bennett. Lane 2, Taras Boyko. Lane 3, Noah Conroy. Lane 4, Montgomery Brewster. Lane 5, Benjamin Mellors. Lane 6, Charles Hallam. Lane 7, Ewan Roberts. Lane 8, Hardy Shipton. And in lane 9, Hugo Harley. And it looks like there's a battle here between lane 9, 3 and 4. But I think Hugo Harley's going to take the win here. He does. So that's Hugo Harley in first, Noah Conroy in second, and Monty Brewster in third. Heat 7, referee. So in this final heat of the 10 to 14-year-olds, in lane 0 is Hugo Randall. Lane 1, Thomas Fenwick. Lane 2, Rafe Lawson. Lane 3, Angus Chen. Lane 4, Jacob Chen. Lane 5, Constantine Calafas. Lane 6, Aki Cheng. Lane 7, Benjamin Palmer. Lane 8, Perrin Ma. And in lane 9, Max Duggan. And they're already finishing, and it looks like it is Constantine Calafas who takes first place, Angus Cheng in second, and Jacob Chen in third. This is event 504. It's the open male 15 over 50 metre butterfly. There are 6 heat. This is heat 1. Referee. So we have 6 swimmers in this first heat. In lane 2 is Jack Avis. Lane 3, Matthew Lynch. Lane 4, Oliver Turbiddy. Lane 5, Harry Brunton. Lane 6, Daniel Hillman. And in lane 7 is Riley Cuthbert. So Harry Brunton of Hertford is currently in the lead. I would say in second is either next to him or Matthew Lynch in lane 3. So we've got Harry Brunton taking first place, in second is Jack Avis, and in third is Oliver Turbiddy. Heat 2, referee. In the second heat, in lane 0 is Luigi Giambroni. Lane 1, Edie Sun. Lane 2, Thomas Newland. Lane 3, Frankie Francis. Lane 4, George Saunders. Lane 5, Thomas Johnson. Lane 6, Philippe Irvine. Lane 7, Thomas Hughes. Lane 8, Matas Linskas. And in lane 9, Evan Slade. And as they reach the finish here, it looks like it's Thomas Johnson taking first place, followed by Thomas Hughes in second and George Saunders in third. Heat 3, referee. I've been handed a notice of disqualification. It's for event 503, heat 3, lane 6. That's event 503, heat 3, lane 6. So in this heat, in lane 0 is Brad Lau, lane 1, Joseph Bagshaw, lane 2, Rufus Keeley, lane 3, Ben Hunwick, lane 4, Bear Riley, lane 5, William Ward, lane 6, Ketish Yakai, lane 7, William Rogers, lane 8, Anirudh Prabhu, and in lane 9, Jesse Howard. And they finish with Bo Riley in first, William Hard in second, and Ben Hunwick in third. Heat 4, referee. So in lane 0 in this race, we have Elliot Black, lane 1, Joshua Tyack, lane 2, Nicholas Sinclair, lane 3, Shane Coulson, lane 4, Luke Bernard, lane 5, Samuel Howard, lane 6, Brian McDonald-Williams, lane 7, Alfie Bullock, lane 8, Mikhail Zarinov, and lane 9, Samuel Trigwell. And as they finish, it's Brian McDonald-Williams in first, Alfie Bullock in second, and Luke Bernard in third. Heat 5, referee. So this Heat 5 in lane 0 is Samuel Jeffrey, lane 1, George Grimwood, lane 2, Oliver Baskerville, lane 3, Toby Martin, lane 4, Billy Sile, lane 5, Luke Morley, lane 6, Jeffrey Gill, lane 7, Cho Hun Chan, lane 8, Oliver Green, and in lane 9, Elliot Hall. It's going to be a tight finish, but it looks like Toby Martin took first place there, followed by Luke Morley in second, and Cho Hun Chan in third. Heat 6, referee. So in this final heat of this event, we have Daniel Williams in lane 0, Maxwell Hosier in lane 1, Dylan Davenport lane 2, Ashley Coombs lane 3, Lucas Hartley lane 4, Liam Rumble lane 5, Hugo Rubicek-Smith in 6, Jack Bernard in 7, Vladimir Igatiev in 8, and Charlie Stanbury in 9. And they finish, and it is Lucas Hartley finishing first, Maxwell Hosier in second, and Hugo Rubicek-Smith in third. This is event 505. It's the female 10 to 14 years, 200 metre backstroke. There are 7 heats. This is heat 1, referee. So in this first event of the 200 metre female backstroke, we have one 10-year-old and 4 11-year-olds. And in lane 2 is Lucia Caradice. Lane 3, Elizabeth Brentonall. In lane 4, Si Wing Lai. In lane 5, Imogen Douglas. And in lane 6, Elizabeth Venture. So at the moment it's the Watford swimmer, Si Wing, who's in the lead. Followed just next to her looks to be Imogen Douglas. Looks like they're going to be turning a second. So as they turn for the first 50. Oh no, they turn with Si Wing in first and Lucia Caradice in second. So it looks like the Watford swimmer who's still pulling away, Si Wing. And as they turn, it looks like Lucia Caradice in second, with Elizabeth Brentonall in third. Still swimming strong as they reach a halfway point. It's Si Wing still going to be turning in first place, but the 10-year-old in the race, Elizabeth Brentonall, looks like she's now turned in second place, with Lucia Caradice of St Albans in third. However, Imogen Douglas, the other St Albans swimmer now, is starting to catch up with the pack. Si Wing is still in the lead as they reach the end turn. And I think we're turned there, both with Imogen Douglas now looking like she's turned in second, but it was a good turn by Elizabeth Brentonall. She's still holding on to second place. So as they reach the final turn at the start end, it's still Si Wing who's led the whole way. Turning together is Elizabeth Brentonall of Verulam and Imogen Douglas of St Albans. And very close behind that is Lucia Caradice, also of St Albans. As they come up to the final turn, it looks like Si Wing is still holding on to a lead. Look like she's going to be caught. Elizabeth Brentwell of Verulam, the 10-year-old. Holding on to the second place, she's earned that. And they're starting to split apart now, so I think the first place will be going to Si Wing. We've got Elizabeth Brentonall of Verulam, will be coming up in second. And the battle now for third place is between Imogen Douglas of St Albans in lane 5 and her teammate Lucia Caradice, also of St Albans. And Imogen takes the third place. So that's Si Wing in first, Elizabeth Brentonall second, and Imogen Douglas in third. Heat 2, referee. And in this heat 2, that looked like a clean start there. So in lane 0, we have Sophia Zhao of St Albans. Lane 1, Charlotte Rich of Stevenage. Lane 2, Sky Randall from Watford. Lane 3, Addison Lamb, swimming for Harpenden. Lane 4, Leela Roseblade, swimming for Verulam. Lane 5, Charlotte Ashton, swimming for Hoddesdon. Lane 6, Scarlett Yee, swimming for St Albans. Lane 7 is Harriet Stewart Quantrill of Watford. Lane 8, Chloe Hugh of Tring. And finally in lane 9 is Bronwyn Hill of St Albans. So as they turn there, it's Alison Lamb, Leela Roseblade and Sky Randall in first, second and third. We have in lane 3, 4 and 5, all 12-year-old swimmers, and the rest are all 11. It's Leela Roseblade in lane 4 that seems to be holding on to the lead. And as they turn, it's Leela Roseblade, followed very closely by Alison Lamb. And third place is quite close at the moment. So as they're swimming up to the halfway point, it looks like Leela Roseblade from Verulam is holding on strongly to her pole position. And as they turn here, it's going to be Leela in first, it's Addison Lamb in second, it's Harriet Stewart Quantrill in third, and Sky Randall in fourth. So as they come up for their final turn, it's still Leela Roseblade, followed by Addison Lamb in second. But in third, over in lane 7, is Harriet Stewart Quantrill, and then in fourth, Sky Randall, followed by Charlotte Ashton and Scarlett Lee, with Sophia Zhao in seventh. Now there's a bit of a battle going on here. Leela Roseblade has led the whole race here, but Addison Lamb is pushing hard now. So as they turn, it looks like Leela should be able to hold on to this, but Addison Lamb is swimming very hard. They both start to speed up their stroke rate, but it is Leela Roseblade is still holding strongly onto that lead. Addison Lamb in second. However, Harriet Stewart Quantrill now over here in lane 7 is pushing. I think first place is definitely going to be Leela, it is, but who takes second? Addison managed to hold on as she did the whole race, and Harriet Stewart Quantrill coming in third. Heat 3, referee. So as they start this heat 3, in this heat we have all 12-year-olds, and in lane 0 is Mariella Thorne swimming for Ware. Lane 1, Hayley Storrow of Watford. Lane 2, Emily Lynch of Potters Bar. Lane 3, Evie Lowers of Bishop Stortford. Lane 4, Elsie Preston of Tring. Lane 5, Scarlett Ormond of Chesham. Lane 6, Sakura Yamada All of St Albans. Lane 7, Martha Mellors of Verulam. Lane 8, Emily Besson of Berkhamsted. And in lane 9, Gemma Terrell of Rickmansworth. And as they turn now, on their first turn, it's Martha Mellors in first, Mariella Thorne in second, Emily Lynch third, Emily Besson in fourth, and Elsie Preston in fifth. Still a very tight race here, especially between lanes 2, 3, 4, I'd say 7 and 8. And as they come up to the halfway point, Mariella Thorne over from Ware is making a very strong push, but over here in lane 7 is Martha Mellors of Verulam. So it's all changed here. Martha Mellors now in first, Mariella Thorne in second, Emily Lynch in third, Elsie Preston fourth, Evie Lowers in fifth, and Emily Besson in sixth. I'd say now in lane 7, Martha Mellors is making a push for it, and I think she's going to be turning. Yes, she is way ahead of the others there. In first place. Still a very tight race for second and third, but at this moment it's definitely Martha Mellors of Verulam who is pushing ahead. And as they make their final turn at the finish end, it's going to be Martha Mellors turning first. I think it's still going to be Mariella Thorne turning in second. No, it's Elsie Preston now takes second place. Mariella Thorne takes third, Emily Lynch fourth, Evie Lowers fifth, Scarlett Ormond sixth, and Sakura Yamada All in seventh. And they really start to push now, but I would say that it's still Martha Mellors of Verulam. Martha Mellors of Verulam has turned way ahead. They're going to have to do a lot to catch her. The battle now for second is still between Mariella Thorne and Elsie Preston. And yeah, it's definitely going to be Martha Mellors. She's going to take the win here. However, over in lane 1, Mariella Thorne has retaken her position. I believe she is going to, with a strong finish in second. She does. And that means in third place is Elsie Preston, fourth Emily Lynch, 5 Evie Lowers, 6 Scarlett Ormond, 7 Emily Besant, and 8 Sakura Yamada All. Heat 4, referee. And in this heat 4, that looked a nice clean start. In this heat, we have two 11-year-olds, a 12-year-old and the remaining 13-year-olds, so a good mix of age groups. In lane 0 is Clara Newby of St Albans. Lane 1, Ashley Worth of Ware. Lane 2, Elise Dochin of St Albans. Lane 3, Kitty McNaughton of Hoddesdon. Lane 4, Savannah Smith, Potters Bar. Lane 5, Amala Bale, Hitchin. Addison Summers of St Albans in 6. Layla Harley of Watford in 7. Freya Morton of Tring in 8. And in 9 is Imogen Stowe Hazel, swimming for Harpenden. And as they turn there, it's Kitty McNaughton in 1st, Savannah Smith in 2nd, Emily Bale in 3rd. So as they come up here now, we look like we've got Kitty McNaughton from Hoddesdon is turning 1st in the lead, followed next to her by Savannah Smith and Potters Bar in 2nd. The pack's starting to split up here. It's definitely Kitty McNaughton there in lane 3 in the lead. Pushing hard is Emily Bale, just to the right of her, or the left of her, sorry. So as they turn now, it's Kitty McNaughton in 1st, Savannah Smith in 2nd, Ashley Worth in 3rd, and Emily Bale now in 4th. Addison Summers of St Albans in 5th, Freya Morton in 6th. So that was the halfway point. I'd say the front two, there's a battle on, but Kitty McNaughton still holding. Savannah Smith still pushing very hard. I'd say they're getting closer now, so Savannah Smith is definitely catching on Kitty McNaughton, and also over in lane 2, oh sorry, lane 1, Ashley Worth. And it could be all change as they make the final turn at the finish end. And I think it is. We now have Savannah Smith in 1st place, Kitty McNaughton in 2nd, Ashley Worth in 3rd, and Emily Bale in 4th. And Savannah Smith is now pulling away. So as they come to the final turn, I think she might have taken this lead. So that's going to be Savannah Smith is going to be turning 1st. You've got Kitty McNaughton, who was leading, now turning just ahead of Ashley Worth. So here's the final battle. We've got Savannah Smith, who's going to hold on. She's pushing hard, she's going to take it. Kitty McNaughton, who led most of this race, is holding on to a 2nd place, swimming very hard. And that's how they finish. And then over in lane 1, Ashley Worth takes a well-deserved 3rd place, with 4th being taken by Amelia Bale. Heat 5, referee. So this heat 5, we have a range of swimmers between ages 13 and 14 age groups. In lane 0 is Suchi Wee of Watford. Lane 1, Emily Roberts, Hemel Hempstead. Lane 2, Chloe Barber of Stevenage. Sophie Carroll of Watford in lane 3. Annabelle Carey of Verulam in 4. Gia Sonny of St Albans in 5. Darcy Randall of Watford in 6. Amaline Cracknell of Berkhamsted in 7. Emma Storrow of Watford in 8. And Cordelia Helm of Rickmansworth in lane 9. I have been handed a notice of disqualification. It's for event 505. It was for heat 2, lane 5. That's event 505, heat 2, lane 5, and it was for a technical infraction. So as we come back to this race, it looks like we have in lane 5, in lane 4, it's Annabelle Kerry from Verulam in the lead, but very, very close behind her, Sophia Carroll and Chloe Barber in second and third. This is a very close race. I think we need to look over here in lane 8. Cordelia Helm is actually pushing very hard here. It's very close. But I think as they turn, it's going to be lane 2. That's going to be Chloe Barber turning first, Cordelia Helm in second over in lane 9, Amelia Cracknell in third, and Annabella Kerry in fourth. So it's all changed now. So as they turn, it's lane 2, Chloe Barber still turning in first. There's quite a battle here between lanes 7 and 9, I would say, for second place. That's going to be Amelia Krekel and Cordelia Helm. So as they make their final turn, we still have Chloe Barber in first, but now we have Emmeline Krekel in second, Cordelia Helm in third, Annabella Kerry in fourth, Amy Robertson in fifth. I'd say it's looking very hard for anyone to catch Chloe Barber at the moment, and I think she is definitely going to make that turn. She is, so she's turning in first place, but really close behind her now is Emmeline Krekel and Cordelia Helm still holding on to their second and third places. So it looks like Chloe Barber is going to be taking the first spot, but the real battle now is it Emmeline Krekel or Cordelia Helm going to take second and third. I think Cordelia's just made the touch first there. She has. Cordelia takes second, Emmeline Krekel in third, and Amy Roberts in fourth. Heat 6, referee. Another nice clean start there for Heat 6. So this heat has a mixture of ages between 12 and 14. So Isabel Bradley Smith from Hoddesdon is in lane 0. Esme Thuy of Watford in 1. Amelie Demouls of Verulam in 2. Emily Mailer of Watford in 3. Olivia Daniel of Verulam in 4. Sophie Peterson, Stevenage in 5. Angela Pavana of Potters Bar in 6. Olivia Cross of Cheshunt in 7, Sophia Sokoto of St Albans in 8, and Cora Buttersworth of Tring in 9. And as they turn there, it's Olivia Cross, Olivia Daniel, Angela Pavana in first, second and third, followed by Sophie Peterson and Esme Hui in fourth and fifth. So as they turn there, it looks like Olivia Daniel, Verulam, is still holding on to a lead. It's quite a close race at this stage, and they've still got just more than half of it to swim, but it is still the Verulam swimmer swim very hard. Keep an eye on lane 2, Amelie Desmouls, one of the youngest swimmers, age 12, still keeping with the leading pack. But it's still Olivia Daniel turning first, followed by Olivia Cross, and Sophia Sakato now of St Albans managed to come into third. However, there seems to be a push now. So there's a real push here between Sophia Sakato and Olivia Croft over here in lanes 7 and 8. And they're really challenging for the lead. So as they come for their final turn, is Olivia Daniel going to be able to hold on to this, or are we going to see Sophia Sakato turning first? We have Sophia Sakato. St Albans has now come forward from 5th place to take the lead, followed by Olivia Daniel and Olivia Croft, with Sophia Peterson in 4th. So this is it, as they come for their final turn. Sophia Sakato is absolutely flying now. So she's going to be turning now in 1st place. Olivia Croft not making it easier for her, either as Olivia Daniel. So this is the sprint finish now. Sophia taking the lead, but Olivia Daniel is really pushing hard now. This is going to be a tight finish. I think Sophia's still got it. She has. Sophia Sakato is going to take the lead. She takes the win. Olivia Daniel in 2nd. Great swim by Olivia Croft takes 3rd. And Amélie Demouse, the youngest swimmer right there, in 4th. Heat 7, referee. So in this final heat, we have two 13-year-olds out there in a field of 14-year-olds. And in lane 0 is Megan Randall of Royston. Also from Royston is Myla Zia in lane 1. Lois Fields in lane 2 of Bishop Stortford. Heidi King in 3 of Hemel Hempstead. Mia Nelson of Cheshunt in lane 4. Charlotte Stewart of City of St Albans in 5. Her teammate next to her, Anna Zapietskaya of St Albans in 6. Alison Liu in 7 from Watford. Jasmine Scott of Costa in 8. And Lily Chappell of Royston in 9. I have been handed a notice of disqualification for event 505, heat 3, lane 3. That's event 505, heat 3, lane 3 for a technical infraction. So as they turn there, it looks like Lois Field and Heidi King are... Sorry about that, that's Mia Nelson. So as we reach halfway point, looks like Mia Nelson is going to be turning first. Followed closely by Heidi King, Lois Field, Anna Zabietskaya, and then one of the youngest swimmers out there, Charlotte Stewart, in 5th. Very strong swim here by Mia Nelson. It doesn't look like anyone's going to catch her there, but there's a real battle there between Lois Fields and Heidi King for 2nd and 3rd. Is currently these 3 swimmers as they reach the final turn. At the finish end, it is still Mia Nelson way ahead. Who is it out of Lois and Heidi? It's going to be Heidi turning fractionally ahead of Lois Field. Anna Zapietskaya not far behind. However, Mia Nelson, who's led this race strongly from the start, makes her final turn. She is not going to be caught here. It's all about now who can hold on for 2nd place. I think Heidi King is pulling away. Lois Fields is pushing hard, but Heidi King of Hemel Hempstead. So what we have is Mia Nelson of Cheshunt. She's going to be finishing in 1st place. We have Heidi King of Hemel Hempstead taking second place there, followed by Lewis Fields of Bishop Stortford in third. This is event 506, it's the female 15 and over 200 metre backstroke. There are 5 heats, this is heat 1. Referee. So in this first heat, we only have 3 swimmers. So in lane 3 is Gracie Fleming Jacobs of Stevenage. In lane 4, Melissa Atwell of Hertford. And in lane 5, Peggy Edwards of City of St Albans. So as they turn beneath me now, it's Melissa Atwell who's just in the lead. I'd say Peggy Edwards looks like she's marginally ahead, but it's very close between her and Gracie. Oh no, now it looks like Gracie has just taken the lead, so as they turn, it's Melissa Atwell, Gracie Fleming Jacobs and Peggy Edwards. So at this stage, Melissa Atwell is starting to pull away, but Peggy Edwards and Gracie Fleming are pretty much neck and neck. At this stage, I think Peggy is starting to pull a bit harder, so it looks like she's going to make this turn. Slightly ahead, but it's still Melissa Atwell in the lead. It's Peggy Edwards now in second, but marginally, fractionally ahead of Gracie Fleming Jacobs. So as they're now going up for their final turn at the start end, Melissa Atwell is still continue pulling away. She's not going to be caught, but the battle here between Peggy Edwards and Gracie. Peggy seems to be pulling ahead, but it is marginally. And on that turn, they surface and they're still similar distance apart, less than half a body length. But I don't think Melissa Atwell is going to be caught here. She's going to make a good turn. And she's going to be heading up now to finish. She's going to be trying to beat her 2:48 PB. Looks like she might be getting just under that. However, the battle now, Peggy Edwards is starting to push hard, but Gracie Fleming Jacobs is not making it easy for her. And as they reach the end, Melissa achieves a PB there. Peggy Edwards in second and Gracie Fleming Jacobs in third. Heat 2, referee. Well, from my angle, that looked like a clean start. So in this heat 2, we don't have anyone in lane 0, but in lane 1, we have Abigail John of Stevenage, Darcy Waller of Stevenage in 2, Amy Wormling of Hempstead in 3, Emily Hooper of St Albans in 4, Isla Back, her teammate of St Albans in 6. We have Tina Iraxa Ruiz of Hartfield in 6, Tara Shah, also of Hartfield in 7, Isabella King of Hertford in 8, and Sophie Herity of Stevenage in 9. As they make their first 50 turn, it's Isla Black in the lead, followed by Isabella King, Emily Hooper, and Abigail John in 4th. I've just been handed a note. If anyone has found a pair of EA7 black tracksuit bottoms, can they be returned to the Watford team, please? That's EA7 black tracksuit bottoms. Thank you. I've also been handed a notice of disqualification. It's for event 505, that's heat 7, lane 1. So in event 505, heat 7, lane 1 is a disqualification for a technical infraction. Thank you. So as they turn now, it's Isabella King now in the lead, Emily Hooper in 2nd, and Isla Black, the 2 Costa swimmers in 2nd and 3rd, with Abigail John in 4th. And it looks like to me that lane 5, that's Isla Black, has now taken the lead. So she's pushing very hard. We've got Emily Hooper in lane 4, who looks like she might now be in 2nd. So that's the 2 Costa swimmers. And as they come to their final turn at the start end, it is Isla Black who's turning first. It's Isabella King in 2nd, sorry, Abigail John in 3rd, and Emily Hooper in 4th. Pushing really hard now as her final turn is Isla Black. I don't think she's going to be caught here. No, she turns first. There's a real close competition now for 2nd, 3rd and 4th, but at the moment it's Isla Black who is winning. 2nd over here is Isabella King in lane 8. And now over in lane 1, Abigail John looks like she's going to take 3rd. Is that how they finish? I think it is. It's Isla Black in 1st, Isabella King in 2nd, Abigail John in 3rd, Amy Wormling in 4th, and Emily Hooper in 5th. Heat 3, referee. So in this Heat 3 race, in lane 0 is Jasmine Pereira, swimming for Potter's Bar. Lane 1, Amelie Kingham of Watford. Lane 2, Ava Black of City of St Albans. Lane 3, Summer Boswell, Hatfield. Lane 4, April Mills, Hatfield. Lane 5, Celia Randall of Watford. Lane 6, Maya Robu of Cheshunt. In lane 7, Olivia Ball of Bushy. Lane 8, Isabel Dalton of Tring. And in lane 8, Ava Taroni O'Hara of Potters Bar. And they turn with Summer Boswell in first and April in second. So it looks to me that Summer Boswell is still way ahead there. And as they turn, it's going to be Summer Boswell turning first. There's a bit of a close call there between Isabel and April in lane 4. I would suggest now that Isabel Dalton is pushing on in second place. So we still have Summer Boswell turning first, but now we have Isabel Dalton in second, Celia Randall in third, and April Mills in fourth, with Ava Black just behind them in fifth. So Isabel Dalton now is making a really quite a strong push here for the first place. She's turning just behind Summer Boswell now, but it looks to me that she's slowly gaining on her. However, over here in lane 6, Maya Robu, sorry, not 6, it's Celia Randall of Watford, is also now pushing to contend. So as they turn again, I think we've got the same order. We've got Summer Boswell, Isabel Dalton, Celia Randall in 1, 2, 3, with April Mills and Maya Robu in 4th and 5th. And they're going to be making their final turn now, and the pressure is really on Summer Boswell. She's been leading all the way. She still turns ahead of the other two. But Isabel Dalton and Celia Randall are definitely contending here, but are they contending for first place? I don't think so. I think Summer Boswell is going to hold on to her first place. It's whether Celia Randall is going to take second, or is it going to be Isabel Dalton? And that's how they finish. It's Summer Boswell in first, but Isabel Dalton takes second with Celia Randall in third, Ava Black coming in now in fourth, and April Mills in fifth. Heat 4, referee. So in this Heat 4, we have Talia Williams from Tring in lane 0, Olivia Riley of Hatfield in 1, Eleanor Cox from Hitchin, lane 2, Cassandra Pereira of Watford in 3, Lucy Peterson of Stevenage in 4, Rosie Wen of St Albans in 5, Daisy Jubb also swim for St Albans in 6, Evie Buttersworth of Tring in 7, Millie Richardson of Hatfield in 8, and Molly Greenbatch of Bishop Stortford in 9. So we have quite a mixed bag of ages in here. We've got 15-year-olds up to 19-year-olds. But it looks to me that over in lane 1 and lane 4, that's Talia Williams and Lucy Peterson, are the ones that are leading this. And it's lane 1 turning first, Lucy Peterson second, and then all of these, Evie Butterworth, Millie Richardson and Molly Greenback in lanes 7, 8 and 9, pretty close for third place. So they're going to be reaching the halfway point now, and I still think that Talia Williams over the far side will be turning first. She will. Followed closely behind, very closely, by Lucy Peterson, Molly Greenback, Evie Butterworth and Millie Richards, all within a second, fighting for that third place position. So the 15-year-olds in this race, we've got Daisy Jubb, who seems to be taking the lead here. But as they turn, it's getting really close now. We've got Molly Greenback now in first place, Talia Williams now in second, Lucy Peterson in third, Millie Richardson in fourth, and Evie Buttsworth in fifth. So over on this far side now, in lane 9, Molly Greenback is now turning ahead of the rest. She has taken the lead. If she can continue this pace, she will be finishing here in first place. Still pushing really hard over in lane 1 is Talia Williams. However, in lane 4, Lucy Peterson. But as they finish, it's now Molly Greenback who took the lead. Millie Richardson taking second. Talia Williams, who led for most of the race, taking third. Lucy Peterson in fourth. And Evie Buttsworth in fifth. Heat 5, referee. So this is the final heat, Heat 5 of the girls 15 and over 200 metre backstroke. And in lane 0 is Naomi Rose Conde of Bishop Stortford. Lane 1, Sophie Hollis of St Albans. Lane 2, Alexandra Nerney of Hatfield. Also of Hatfield, Erin Cunny in 3rd. Amy Harper of Watford in 4th. Summer Everson of Watford in 5. Camille Vanier of Hatfield in 6th. Sophie Green of Hatfield in 7, Phoebe Matthews of Hatfield in 8, and Holly Enright of Watford in 9. And as they turn, it's Naomi Rees Conde, Phoebe Matthews, Alexander Nerney in 1, 2 and 3, with Summer Everson, Sophie Green in 4th and 5th. In this race, we've got 5 swimmers from Hatfield and 3 from Watford. For me, there's a real battle going on here now between 4 and 5, the 2 Watford swimmers there, but also over in lane 2, Alexander Nerney of Hatfield. So as they turn, it's the Watford swimmers, Summer Everson first, Alexander Nerney of Hatfield in 2nd, Naomi Rose Conde in 3rd, Sophie Green and Camille Vanier in 4th and 5th. So that was a halfway point. They're still turning in that same order. So that's it. Lane 5, Summer Everson of Watford is in the lead. Over there in lane 2 is Alexander Nerney in 2nd. So that's how they turn. It's Summer Everson in 1st, Alexander Nerney in 2nd, Camille Vanier in 3rd, Amy Harper in 4th, and Naomi Rose Conde in 5th. So this is going to be their final turn as they head into their final length. It doesn't look like Summer Everson is going to be caught here. She is swimming very strongly. Not making it easy for her though is Alexandra Nerney in lane 2. It looks like that's the order they're going to finish. It's Summer Everson is going to be finishing first. Second place with a strong finish is Alexander Nerney. And 3rd is Camille Vanier. This is event 507. It's the open male 10 to 14 200 metre backstrokes. There's 5 heats. This is heat 1. Referee. So this first heat of 5 in the male open 10 to 14 200 metre backstroke, we have 6 swimmers in the first heat. In lane 2 is Theo Rawnsley of Harpenden. In lane 3, Charlie Gibson of Stevenage. Lane 4, Oliver Barrows of Hatfield. Lane 5, Jack Patterson of Stevenage. Lane 6, William Howard of Tring. And in lane 7, Jack Donald of Watford. So looking down on them now from where I'm sitting, looks like Jack Patterson is going to be turning just ahead of Charlie Gibson and Theo Rawnsley. Yeah, that's Jack Patterson, Charlie Gibson, Theo Rawnsley, followed by Jack Donald and Olivia Barrows. So as they turn now, it's still Jack Patterson, but there's a real fight going on between Charlie Gibson and Theo Rawnsley in lane 2 and 3, both 10-year-olds in this race. So they reach a halfway point, and it still looks like Jack is going to be turning first, followed very closely behind by Charlie Gibson and then Theo Rawnsley. However, in lane 4 now, Oliver Barrows of Hatfield is starting to push. He's starting to gain on the content for the second and third spots. But as they turn, it is still Jack Patterson who's going to be turning first. And now we've got a real battle between lanes 2, 3 and 4. That's Theo, Charlie and Oliver. They're all looking for second place. At this stage, not looking like they're going to catch Jack, who's going to be making his final turn. And look at that, so Jack has turned in first place, but Theo, Charlie and Oliver, the times are not coming up. You can see they're pretty close together. I would still say that Charlie's just got it, but Oliver Barrows is not having any of it. He's pushing really hard. In fact, they look like they're closing slightly on Jack. But Jack now makes his turn in first place. Still with Oliver Barrows holding on to second. Jack Patterson third, and Theo Rawnsley still in fourth. And they really start to pick up the stroke rate now. Jack Patterson still holding strongly onto his lead, unlikely to let this go. However, Oliver looks like he's taken the second place. He fought hard for it. Oliver Barrows takes second place. Charlie Gibson third, and a strong swim there by Theo Rawnsley, the 10-year-old, for fourth. Heat 2, referee. Well, in this Heat 2, that looked like a clean start. And in lane 0, we have Sebastian Rammer from St Albans. Atticus Waters-Gow of St Albans in lane 1. Joshua Green of Bishop Stortford in 2. John Homan Daly of St Albans in 3. Joshua Beard of Verulam in 4. Charlie Pritchard of Stevenage in 5. James Nelson of St Albans in 6. Christian Girotto of St Albans in 7. Alexander Eustace of Bishop Stortford in 8. And in lane 9, Zach Bramley of Hoddesdon. So as they turn here, that looks like, is that lane 5 going to be turning first? That's Charlie Pritchard, followed by Joshua Beard, John Homan Daly, Christian Girotto in 4th. So it looks like lane 5 is Charlie Pritchard of Stevenage, is still holding on to his lead. He's pushing very hard. Joshua Beard of Verulam is not making it easy for him. And then over in lanes 2 and 3, that's Joshua Green and John Homan Daly are battling for 3rd place. This is interesting as they come up to their midway point. Charlie Pritchard, who's still in the lead, but only just now. Joshua Beard of Verulam is swimming very hard here, trying to take the lead. I still think it's going to be Charlie Pritchard turning first. He is, but only just ahead of Joshua Beard. And then the 3rd place battle going on still between John Homan Daly and Joshua Green. It looks like the pack's opening up a bit here, and Charlie Pritchard didn't like that, so he's now pulling away again from Joshua Beard. Charlie Pritchard now is going to be turning slightly further ahead than he did at the other end, in front of his challenger, Joshua Beard. However, John Homan Daly is now claimed his 3rd place position. He is pulling away, and he's even starting to catch up on Joshua Beard now. They are pretty close. They are coming to their final turn at the start end. Charlie Pritchard is really trying to claim that lead. However, Joshua Beard, who had a very strong 2nd, is being really pushed now by John Homan Daly of St Albans. I don't think anyone's going to catch Charlie now. They're not. So it looks like we're going to be saying that Charlie is going to turn here and be heading off to claim his 1st place position. However, Joshua Beard and John Homan Daly are now going to have a real battle. They absolutely are. They're flying. So Charlie Pritchard is still pulling away. He's having a really strong race and he's going to win. But John Homan Daly has now taken 2nd place. He was in 4th, he pushed it to 3rd, and now he is coming up and he is going to claim 2nd place position. Really strong finish, and Joshua Beard taking 3rd after also a very strong race. Didn't even notice there that Christian Girotto was just behind him in 4th. Heat 3, referee. So in this Heat 3, we have Julien Vanier, 11-year-old from Hatfield, in this race of 12 and 13-year-olds in lane 0. We have Tom Gilbert of Watford in lane 1. Dewey Fordyce, swimming for Berkhamsted in 2. Samuel Child of Berkhamsted in 3. Charlie Robinson of Tring in 4. Veer Takir of Watford in 5. George Sims of Hatfield in 6. Chin Yao of Hatfield in 7, Maxwell Carter of Watford in 8, and Vinny Kotecha of Bushy in 9. And as they turn, it's Tom Gilder, Dewey Fordyce, George Sims and Samuel Child in 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Still pretty close here. And as they turn underneath me, for me it looks like about 5 swimmers all turning pretty much together. This early in the race, it could be anyone's. But they are swimming up to the halfway point now, so at this point we might see a few pull away. Over there in lane 1 and 2, that's Tom Gilbert and Dewey Fordyce, they're pushing quite hard. But then over here then is George Sims of Hatfield. So let's see how they turn. It's Dewey Fordyce, George Sim in 2nd, Tom Gilbert in 3rd, and Charlie Robson now in 4th. Still very close together. It does feel that Dewey Fordyce is starting to dominate and pull ahead, but he is turning only fractionally ahead of the rest. It's still anyone's race, with 5 swimmers behind him all turning at the same time. At this stage, it is Dewey Fordyce. He is holding on to the lead. They're starting to break up slightly. Next to Dewey is Samuel Childs. I think he's going to be turning in 2nd. He does. It's Dewey Fordyce, it's Samuel Child in 2nd, Charlie Robson 3rd, and now Veer Takir has taken 4th, and George Sims has slipped back into 5th. So this is going to be their final turn. And Dewey is being caught now by Samuel Childs. Dewey Fordyce is turning just ahead, but Samuel Childs is pretty much on top of him. And Samuel Childs' stroke rate is going up. He is starting to push. This is going to be one very tough, close finish. So Dewey Fordyce, who has led the whole way, is being pushed by Samuel Childs. Is Samuel Childs going to win this? I think it's all on the touch, but he's taken it. Samuel Childs takes 1st, Dewey Fordyce in 2nd, Veer Takir takes 3rd, with Ching Yao in 4th. Heat 4, referee. So in this Heat 4, in lane 0 is Leo Sims, lane 1 Samuel Alcraft, lane 2 Harry Earl of Ware, lane 3 Ryan Todd from Potters Bar, lane 4 Aaron Rawnsley of Harpenden, lane 5 Edward Beard of Verulam, lane 6 Oscar Chow, St Albans, lane 7 Charles Hallam of Harpenden, Lane 8, Coley Brigden of Watford, and lane 9, Milo Malloy of St Albans. And as they turn here, it looks to me like it's the Verulam swimmer, Edward Beard, turning first, Oscar Chow in second, Samuel Cross third, and Leo Sims in fourth. They're starting to break up the pack. It looks like Edward Beard of Verulam is swimming a very strong race. Oscar Chow of St Albans is not making it easy for him. Turning very close after in second, and over on the far side is Samuel Allcroft from Tring, still in third. However, in lane 4, Aaron Rawnsley is starting to push now, looking like he's challenging for third place. He's swimming a strong race. So as we reach halfway point, we still have Edward Beard turning first. It's Oscar Chow now in second, Samuel Allcroft in third, and Aaron Rawnsley's now moved himself into fourth position. Edward Beard is swimming a very strong race here, trying to pull away from the pack. However, Oscar Chow is doing his best to stay with him. I'd say he's probably a couple of strokes behind where he was. However, I would say now that Aaron Rawnsley has found himself a third position. So as they're coming up now to their final turn at the start end, if Edward keeps swimming like this, he's probably not going to get caught. Oscar Chow is looking like he's trying to hold on to second, but Aaron Rawnsley, I believe, has claimed himself a third position here. He has. That's a very strong race. So, Edward Beard looking like to make his final turn, way ahead of the rest of the swimmers. Next to him, Oscar Chow is going to be turning in second, but Aaron Rawnsley might have something to say about that. Aaron Rawnsley has now turned at the same time and has come up out of the water ahead. Aaron Rawnsley now in second place. So our first place is going to be Edward Beard, but is it going to be Oscar Chow or Aaron Rawnsley taking second? Aaron has done a great comeback. He's come from 6th place and he's pushed up and he's claimed himself 2nd place, followed by Oscar Chow, who's run a very good race to take 3rd. Heat 5, referee. Well, that looked like a good clean start for this final heat of the 10 to 14-year-old 200 metre backstroke. In lane 0, Luca Capozzi of Hemel Hempstead. Lane 1, Rafe Lawson of Berkhamsted. Lane 2, Todd Long of Hatfield. Lane 3, Charles Hodgson of Costa. Lane 4, Constantine Calafas of Watford. Lane 5, Thomas Fenwick of Hatfield. Lane 6, Hugo Harley of Watford. Lane 7, Max Perry, Watford. Lane 8, Takas Boyko. And lane 9, Fox Foster at Hatsfield. And as they turn, it's Constantine Calafas and Thomas Fenwick, the two older swimmers in first, second, followed by Charles Hodgson, and just behind him, Hugo Harley in second and third. So the older two swimmers here, that's Constantine Calafas and Thomas Fenwick, have got their own battle going on here, but it looks like it's Thomas who is in the lead, followed by Constantine Calafas. Charles Hodgson is just ahead there of Hugo Harley. in second, in third and fourth place in this race. So they're reaching their halfway point. 2 older swimmers are turning first. That is Thomas Fenwick and Constantine Calafas, followed by Charles Hodgson and Hugo Harley. And both of those swimmers are being pushed very hard by, over in lane 1, Rafe Lawson of Berkhamsted. Thomas Fenwick is looking strong. It doesn't look like Constantine Calafas at the moment is making a challenge. And I'd say the same for Charles Hodgson and Hugo Harley. Charles is still slightly pulling away of Hugo, but just on Charles's right shoulder, he's got Rafe Lawson, who's pushing hard. So as they make their final turn here at the start end, it's Charles Hodgson, clean turn, followed by Hugo Harley, another clean turn, and Rafe Lawson, who's now catching both of them. Rafe Lawson is pushing hard. It still looks like it is. It's Thomas Fenwick. He is not going to get caught. Thomas Fenwick is pushing ahead. Constantine Calafas is trying, but he's not going to be able to catch him. So this race looks like it's going to finish with Thomas Fenwick. He is going to win this. Thomas Fenwick takes first place. Second is Constantine Calafas, but there is a real battle for the younger kids here, the 13-year-olds. Charles Hodgson is in the lead. He looks like he's going to take it. He does. Charles Hodgson takes third. Hugo Harley in fourth, Rafe Lawson in fifth, and Todd Lung in sixth. I have been handed notices of disqualification. It's for events 507 Heat 1, Lane 5, and that's for a technical infraction. And it's event 507 Heat 2, Lanes 8 and 9 for a technical infraction. This is event 508. It's the open male 15 and over 200 metre backstroke. There are 4 heats. This is heat 1. Referee. So in this first heat, we have 8 swimmers. In lane 1 is Maximilian Manners of Tring. Lane 2, Evan Slade of Tring. Lane 3, Alexander Duncan of Verulam. Lane 4, Elliot Black from Tring. Lane 5, Frankie Francis of Harpenden. Lane 6, Matthew Lynch, Potters Bar. Lane 7, William Lyons of Watford. And lane 8, Callum Richards of Harpenden. And as they come up to the first turn, it looks like the Verulam swimmer, and Alexander Duncan is taking first place, Frankie Francis of Harpenden in second, Evan Slade in third, and Matthew Lynch in fourth. It looks like Alexander Duncan is going to hold his lead as they turn here. Not far behind him, though, is Frankie Francis of Harpenden. However, next to him, Evan Slade of Tring is pushing hard for that second place slot. So we still have this same order. We have Alexander Duncan is going to be turning in first there, followed by Frankie Francis, Evan Slade in third, Matthew Lynch in fourth, and then Maximilian Manners in fifth, William Lyons in sixth, and Callum Richards in seventh. Alexander Duncan doesn't look like he's going to let anyone into this race. He is still ahead. However, next to him, Evan Slade and Frankie Francis can't decide who's going to be second or third here, but it's pretty close. So this is going to be their final turn at the finish end. Clean turn there by Alexander Duncan, and it's a change. We've got Evan Slade now in second, Frankie Francis in third, and Matthew Lynch really close behind in fourth. And I think Matthew Lynch is now going to get his name in this game. He is pushing hard in lane 6. So as they turn, nothing's changed there with Alexander Duncan, but it seems could be all change here with the others. We've got Evan Slade looking like he's going to claim that second place. However, Frankie Francis and Matthew Lynch are having a battle over third. Frankie Francis has kept in the top 3 the whole race, and it looks like he's going to stay there. So that's Alexander Duncan in first, Evan Slade in second, Matthew Lynch in third, and Frankie Francis in fourth. Heat 2, referee. So in this Heat 2 race of 4 heats, in lane 0 is Finley Barber of Potter's Bar. Lane 1, Henry Martin, Harpenden. Lane 2, Ryan Wimpenny, Cheshunt. Lane 3, Alfie Winchester, Royston. Lane 4, Brad Lau of St Albans. Lane 5, Mac Lesnar of Potter's Bar. Lane 6, Elliot Hall, Bishop Stortford. Lane 7, Rufus Kelly of Hatfield. Lane 6, James Hallen of Harpenden. And finally in lane 9, Joseph Bagshaw of Stevenage. And it's Alfie, Brad and Ryan Wimpenny in first, second and third. It still looks the same to me. It's Alfie Winchester turning first. It looks like Brad Lau is still holding on to second, with Ryan Wimpenny in third. So as they get up there, it's going to be Alfie Winchester, one of the oldest swimmers out here from Royston, turning first. Following him is Brad Lau and Ryan Wimpenny in third, with Finley Barber in fourth, Henry Martin in fifth, and James Hallen in sixth. Alfie's still swimming a very strong race. Doesn't look like he's going to get caught by the other two, but they are pretty close. Ryan Wimpenny is now pulling ahead of Brad Lau. So that's Alfie Winchester is going to be turning first, only slightly ahead of Ryan Wimpenny, and Brad Lau looks like he's still holding on to a third place position, but only slightly ahead of Finley Barber over in lane 0. So this is it, they come to their final turn, and it looks like Ryan Wimpenny is not going to make this easy on Alfie Winchester. And as they turn, I would say, Ryan Wimpenny has now taken the lead. He is ahead of Alfie Winchester, who's led the whole race. Alfie is starting to up his stroke rate, but he's not going to hold on. So it's Ryan Wimpenny is now going to take first place. I don't think anyone's going to catch Alfie Winchester for second, but is Brad Lau going to hold on to third? He doesn't know. It's Finley Barber takes third, with Brad Lau in fourth. Heat 3, referee. So in this penultimate heat, we have in lane 0, William Barr of Royston. In lane 1, Oliver Fenwick of Hatfield. Lane 2, Charlie Stott of St Albans. Lane 3, James Gibson, Watford. Lane 4, Charlie Cropley, Hitchin. Lane 5, Alexander Mordenti, Potters Bar. Lane 6, George Saunders of St Albans. Lane 7, Alfie Whitman of Hoddesdon. Lane 7, Asher Davison of Potters Bar. And in lane 9, Luca Bertosa Padin of Potters Bar. So to me it looks like it's lanes 3 and 5. That's James Gibson and Alexander Mordenti, who are turning just ahead of the rest. But when I say just ahead, they're only just ahead of George Saunders, who now looks like he's pushing on quite hard. Actually, as they turn here, it could be Alexander Mordenti and George Saunders turning together. I think it is. So what we've got is Alexander Mordenti in first, George Saunders in second, James Gibson in third. It's a very strong race by the 15-year-old George Saunders here, keeping up with the 16-year-old Alexander Mordenti next to him. As they turn, it's definitely those three swimmers. It's James Gibson, George Saunders and Alexander Mordenti. So this is going to be their final turn at the start end before they hit the last 50 sprint. As they turn, it's a slight change here. We've got Alexander Mordenti, James Gibson, back to the original order with George Saunders in third. However, George looks like he's up in his stroke rate here. Yep, George Saunders is pushing ahead. I would suggest that he's probably going to make the turn first here now. So as they go, George makes the turn first, just ahead of James Gibson and Alexander Mordenti now. So this is it. It's George Saunders in the lead. One of the youngest swimmers out there, the 15-year-old, the youngest swimmer out there, George Saunders, is now pushing hard. He's going to take it. So George Saunders is going to take the first place. A good second ahead of, in second, Alexander Mordenti, James Gibson in third. And over on the far side, William Barr in fourth. Heat 4, referee. So in this final heat, in lane 0 is William Rogers of Watford. Also from Watford is Luke Martel in lane 1. Parker Brewster of lane 2 in for Harpenden. Rafferty May of Watford in lane 3. Oliver Baskerville of Hatfield in 4. Zach Fellows of City of St Albans in 5. Adrian Stork-Wildal of Bishop Stortford in 6th. Kabir Patel of Potters Bar in 7. Ben Humwick of Tring in 8. And Oliver Tom, Bishop Stortford in 9. And it's Oliver, Zach and Rafferty in lanes 1, in first, second and third. It still looks to me that lane 4, it is Oliver Baskerville, way ahead. And just to the left of him is Rafferty May and Zach Fellows. So as they reach halfway point, it still looks like it's Oliver Baskerville going to turn first, followed by Rafferty May and Zach Fellows. So Oliver here is swimming a very strong race. The 17-year-old here. However, the 16-year-old Zach Fellows has decided to push on now and taking a strong second place as they make the final turn before they, at the start end, before they take their final 50. So Oliver Baskerville is holding on to first place. Zach Fellows now is taken second and Rafferty May in third. Can Zach do anything on the last 25? So Oliver turns first, he's pushing hard. Zach Fellows is really pushing hard on him now, but it looks like Oliver is going to hold on to this. He's going to take first place. Zach swimming a really strong race, nearly caught him, but just comes in second with Rafferty May in third. So that's Oliver Baskerville first, Zach Fellows second, Rafferty May third. So this is event 501. It's the female 10 to 11 years 50 metre butterfly final. And your finalists are Georgina Banks, lane 0 from Hemel Hempstead. Yet Yao from Hatfield in lane 1. Layla Harley from Watford in lane 2. Catherine Hatherley of Hatfield in lane 3. Maya Valencia of Hoddesdon in lane 4. Ashley Worth of Ware in lane 5. Scarlett Yee of City of St Albans, lane 6. Harriet Stewart Quantrill of Watford in 7. Annabella Carey of Stevenage in 8. And in lane 9, Grace Armitage of Stevenage. And that looked like a clean start for this 50-metre butterfly. And it looks to me there's a very strong start in lane 4 for Maya Valencia of Hoddesdon. And as they turn, it's Maya Valencia in the lead. I'd say in second place there, it's Ashley Worth of Ware. So we got Maya Valencia of Hoddesdon. Oh, sorry, it's Maya Valencia of Hoddesdon in lane 4. And she's going to touch in first to take gold medal, followed by Ashley Worth in second and Catherine Hatherley in third. This is event 512. It's the female 12 years 50-metre butterfly final. And your finalists are lane 0, Sakura Yamada-o of St Albans. Lane 1, Scarlett Almond of Cheshunt. Lane 2, Amelie Demouls of Verulam. Lane 3, Martha Mellors, Verulam. Lane 4, Olivia Daniel of Verulam. Lane 5, Mariella Thorne, Ware. Lane 5, Georgie Basvi of Hatfield. Lane 7, Tilly Howes, Verulam. Lane 8, Freya Keeling, Swim for Ware. And in lane 9, Charlotte Dixon of Hitching. So as they reach the turn for the first 25, it's extremely close, but it looks like the two Verulam swimmers there in lanes 3 and 4. So that'll be Martha Mellors and Olivia Daniel are in first. That's right, we've got Olivia Daniel now in first place, just on her right shoulder, Mariella Thorne of Ware, but also on her left shoulder, her teammate Martha Mellors. It looks like that's how they're going to finish. So as they finish, the gold medal goes to Olivia Daniel with silver, Maria Thorne, and bronze medal, Martha Mellors. This is event 513. It's the female 13 years 50-metre butterfly final. And your finalists are in lane 0, Hannah Jr. from Hitching. Lane 1, Esme Hui from Watford. Lane 2, Isabel Pledger, swimming for Hoddesdon. Lane 3, Charlotte Douglas, swimming for St Albans. Lane 4, Summer Miller, swimming for Bishop Stortford. Lane 5, Charlotte Stewart, swimming for St Albans. Lane 6, Neves Ives from Hatfield. Lane 7, Sophie Tom, Ware. Lane 8, Savannah Smith, swimming for Potters Bar. And in lane 9, Katie Brazil, swimming for Potters Bar. So as they reach the first turn, this is an extremely tight race, but it does look like as they turn, it's Charlotte Douglas and Summer Miller from Costa and Bishop Stortford just in the lead. Summer Miller, lane 4, is slightly pulling ahead, and Charlotte Stewart now is pushing hard, and it looks like it's Summer Miller takes gold, Charlotte Stewart takes silver, Charlotte Douglas takes bronze. I have been handed a notice of disqualification. It's for event 511 and it was for lane 1 for a technical infraction. This is event 514, it's the female 14 years 50-metre butterfly final. And your finalists are, in lane 0, Phoebe Hickford, swimming for Hertford. In lane 1 is Alison Liu, swimming for Watford. Lane 2, Eliana Colborne, swimming for Rickmansworth. Lane 3, Anna Zapietskaya for Costa. Lane 4, Edie Foster, Bishop Stortford. Lane 5, Jasmine Scott, swimming for Costa. Lane 6 is Megan Randall, swimming for Royston. Lane 7, Rachel Ord, swimming for Watford. Lane 8, Amelia Cass, Bishop Stortford. And in lane 9, Rosie McKern, swimming for Verulam. Referee. So as they emerge out the water, it looks like it's Edie Foster in the lead, followed very closely on her shoulder by the two Costa swimmers, Anna Zapietskaya and Jasmine Scott. And as they turn, I would say that's Edie Foster and Anna Zapietskaya in first and second. But Jasmine Scott is now pushing really hard. I don't believe anyone's going to catch Edie Foster here. I think she's going to take gold. And as they touch in, it is Edie Foster takes gold, but Jasmine Scott, very strong race, takes second place. Silver medal with Anna Zapietskaya taking bronze in third. This is event 515. It's the female 15 years 50-metre butterfly final. And your finalists are, in lane 0, Gigi Rubicek-Smith from St Albans. Lane 1, Tisha Adebola Lawal of Potters Bar. Lane 2, Verity Fuge of St Albans. Lane 3, Ruby May Chiabaro of Watford. Lane 4, Naomi Rose Conde of Bishop Stortford. Lane 5, Liliana Sopala of Hoddesdon. Lane 6, Valentina Tinirello of Potters Bar. Lane 7, Teo Roberton of Costa. Lane 8, Sophia Dixon, Hoddesdon. And in lane 9, Mimi Clinch of St Albans. Referee. So I'd say surface, it looks to me like lane 4 and possibly lane 5. That's Naomi Rose and Liliana are in first and second. It looks to me that's how they turn, but it's extremely close across the field. I'd say that's still the case. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Naomi Rose in first. And it looks like Liliana is going to take second with third place possibly Valentina. So that's Naomi Rose taking gold. Liliana taking bronze and Valentina Tinarello takes bronze. This is event 516. It's the female 16 and over 50-metre butterfly final. And your finalists are, in lane 0, Zara Rind of Hertford. Lane 1, Taya Gregory of Stevenage. Lane 2, Eva Ives of Hatfield. Lane 3, Kate Hopper from Watford. Lane 4, Emma Fields of Bishop Stortford. Lane 5, Ashley Ransom, Hatfield. Lane 6, Amy Boreham of Watford. Lane 7, Freya Johnson of Hatfield. Lane 8, Honor Beaverstock, Hatfield. And in lane 9, Katie Jeffrey of Hatfield. Referee. So as they surface the water, it looks like Ashley Ransom and Emma Fields are going to turn together in first. They do. That's lanes 4 and 5. This is going to be an extremely close finish. I'd say it's either going to be Emma Fields or Ashley Ransom. Ashley Ransom slightly in the lead here. It's all going to be on the stroke pattern. And it's Ashley Ransom takes gold. Emma Fields takes silver with Katie Hopper taking bronze. This is event 517. It's the open male 10 to 11 years 50-metre butterfly final. And your finalists are, in lane 0, Oliver Barrows from Hatfield. In lane 1, Julien Vanier of Hatfield. In lane 2, Kian Milsom of Bishop Stortford. In lane 3, Albert Saunders of Verulam. Lane 4, Charlie Pritchard, swimming for Stevenage. Lane 5, John Homan Daly, swimming for St Albans. Lane 6, George Gosling, swimming for Berkhamsted. Lane 7, James Nelson, swimming for Costa. Lane 8, Henry Hand of Hertford. And in lane 9, Stefan Sorsanelli of St Albans. Referee. So as they surface, it looks to me that it's Sean Holman Daly and Charlie Pritchard. Charlie Pritchard is in the lead here. And it is Charlie Pritchard who's going to be turning first. A good one stroke ahead of number 2 and number 3. That's John Holman Daly and Albert Saunders. So Charlie Pritchard is swimming a really strong race here and is going to be easily taking first place. Second place, John Holman Daly. Pushing very hard, so it's all now who's going to come in third. So, Charlie Pritchard takes first place, John Holman Daly takes second, with over on the far side, Julien Vanier taking third. I have been handed a correction on a disqualification. In event 511, it's lane 3 that was disqualified for a technical infraction. So event 511, it was lane 3 disqualified for a technical infraction. Thank you. This is event 518. It's the open male 12 years 50 metre butterfly final. And your finalists are Luca T in lane 0. In lane 1, Luca Capozzi, Hemel Hempstead. Lane 2, George Sims, Hatfield. Lane 3, Charlie Hallam of Harpenden. Lane 4, Samuel Charles of Berkhamsted. Lane 5, Taras Boyko of Bishop Stortford. Lane 6, Dewey Fordyce of Berkhamsted. Lane 7, Isaac Wilshire, Hertford. Lane 8, Harrison Dodwell, swimming for Bishop Stortford. And in lane 9, Leo Sims of Hatfield. Referee. So as they surface here, it looks like lanes 2, 3, 4, and possibly even 5 are all in this. That's George Sims, Charles Hallam, Sam Charles and Taras Boyko. They all turn pretty much together. This is going to be a very tight finish. However, it looks like James Hallam in lane 3 is pushing very hard. However, next to him, Sam Charles is slightly pushing ahead. This is going to be such a tight finish. It's all going to be on the stroke pattern, and Charles Hallam takes first place. Taras Boyko takes second and Sam Charles in third, with George Sims in fourth. This is event 519. It's the open male 13 years 50 metre butterfly final. And your finalists are Lane 0, Charles Hodgson of St Albans. Lane 1, Hugo Koyanagi of St Albans. Lane 2, Harry Morris, Watford. Lane 3, Noah Conroy of Bishop Stortford. Lane 4, Rafe Lawson, Berkhamsted. Lane 5, Hugo Harley, swimming for Watford. Lane 6, Montgomery Brewster, swimming for Watford. Lane 7, Hardy Shipton, Hatfield. Lane 8, Aaron Rawnsley, Harpenden. And lane 9, James Winter, swimming for Stevenage. Referee. That's a clean start to this race, and it looks like it's lane 4. That's Rafe Lawson is going to be turning first. Just on his left shoulder is Hugo Harley, who looks like he'll be turning in second. And that's still the case. So we've got Rafe Lawson heading out in first, Hugo Harley in second. Third place hard to call, but it looks like it's going to be Noah Conroy. So as they come in, Rafe's managed to hold on to this lead. He takes first place. Hugo Harley takes second, and Noah Conroy in third. This is event 520. It's the open male 14 years 50 metre butterfly final. And your finalists are in lane 0 is Benjamin Mellors. In lane 1, Hugo Randall, St Albans. Lane 2, Max Duggan, Bishop Stortford. Lane 3, Jacob Chen, Watford. Lane 4, Constantine Calafas, Watford. Lane 5, Angus Cheng. Lane 6, Aki Chen of St Albans. Lane 7, Thomas Fenwick, Hatfield. Lane 8, Sebastian Turcullet of Hemel Hempstead. And in lane 9, Rocco Puglisi of Potters Bar. Referee. So as they make their first turn, it's going to be hard to call this one, but it looks like it might be Angus Chen and Aki Chen. Oh no, it's Constantine Calafas and Angus Chen that are in first and second. Is Angus be able to hold on to this for St Albans? I think he might be. It is. No, Constantine Calafas took the first place, followed by Angus Chen in second, Jacob Chen in third, and Aki Chen in fourth. This is event 521. It's the open male 15 years, 50-meter butterfly final. And your finalists are, in lane 0, Jesse Howard of Hoddesdon. In lane 1, William Rogers of Watford. In lane 2, Joseph Bagshaw of Stevenage. In lane 3, Rufus Kelly of Hatfield. Lane 4, Mikhail Zaranov of Hitchin. Lane 5, Elliot Hall of Bishop Stortford. Lane 6, Thomas Johnson of Harpenden. Lane 7, Thomas Hughes, Bishop Stortford. Lane 8, George Saunders of St Albans. And in lane 9, Anirudh Prabhu of Watford. Referee. So as they surface in this over 15s final, it looks like we've got lane 4, Mikhail, and Elliot in lane 5 will be turning first. It looks like Mikhail Zaranov just ahead of Elliot Hall. I wouldn't like to call third place at this time, but Elliot Hall and Mikhail are going to have a very close finish. It's all going to be on the stroke pattern, and it looks like Elliot Hall took first place, Mikhail took second, with Rufus Kelly in third. This is event 522. It's the open male 16 and over 50-meter butterfly final. And your finalists are, in lane 0, Charlie Stanbury of Potters Bar. In lane 1, Jack Barnard of Watford. In lane 2, Dylan Davenport, Bishop Stortford. Lane 3, Hugo Rubicek-Smith of St Albans. Lane 4, Lucas Hartley, Hatfield. Lane 5, Maxwell Hosier of Hoddesdon. Lane 6, Ashley Coombs, Watford. Lane 7, Liam Rumble, Hatfield. Lane 8, Daniel Williams, also of Hatfield. And in lane 9, Toby Martin, Harpenden. Referee. So this final 50-meter butterfly, As they meet to turn, it looks to me like it's going to be Lucas Hartley turning just ahead of quite a few other people on the pack. But it's Lucas Hartley then of Hatfield, who looks like to me is in the lead. However, it's all going to be on the finish. And it's Lucas Hartley who takes first place, followed by Liam Rumble in second and Maxwell Hosier in third. This is event 523. It's the Female Championship 200 metre backstroke. And your finalists are, in lane 0, Erin Curry of Hatfield. Lane 1, Phoebe Matthews of Hatfield. Lane 2, Mia Nelson, Cheshunt. Lane 3, Camille Vanier of Hatfield. Lane 4, Summer Everson, Watford. Lane 5, Alexandra Nerney of Hatfield. Lane 6, Amy Harper, Watford. Lane 7, Sophie Hollis, St Albans. Lane 8, Naomi Rose Conde, Bishop Stortford. Lane 9, Molly Greatbatch of Bishop Stortford. Referee. So in this 200 metre championship backstroke, we have a range of ages from 14 up to 18. And as they make the first turn, it looks to me that we have lanes 4 and 5 just about in the lead, but being pressured over there by lanes 1 and 2. So as they make their first turn, we'll be able to see as they are, but it looks like we've got Summer Everson in first, Alexander Nerney turning second, and Phoebe Matthews turning in third. So Summer Everson holding on to a lead here, turning next to her, Alexander Nerney of Hatfield. And then over on the far side, it's either lanes 2 or 3. Looks like it's 2 for me now. Mia Nelson of Cheshunt which might be taking the third spot. So as they reach the halfway point and they turn, it's still Summer Everson in the lead, Alexander Nerney in second. We've now got Camille Vanier and in third, with Mia Nelson in fourth. And it looks like at this point nothing's changed. We still have Summer Everson turning first, Alexander Nerney second, and Camille Vanier in third. However, I would say now that Summer Everson is really starting to pull away. Alexander Nerney trying to stay with her, but as they make this turn, final one at the finish end. Summer Everson is still holding on to lead. Camille Vanier is still holding on to third, but there is a lot of pressure coming now from Amy Harper from Watford over here in lane 6. So they turn for the last time, and it's Summer Everson. She is still in the lead. Alexandra Nerney is still holding on to second place. However, there's a battle now for the third place win. Camille Vanier has been in third place. She's holding on, but pushing really hard now is Amy Harper of Watford. So as they finish, Summer Everson takes first, Alexandra Nerney takes second, but it is Camille. Camille holds on to third place with Amy Harper taking fourth. This is event 524. It's the Open Male Championship 200 metre backstroke. And your finalists are, in lane 0, Oliver Tom of Bishop Stortford. In lane 1, Ben Hunwick of Tring. Lane 2, Luke Martel of Watford. Lane 3, Rafferty May, Watford. Lane 4, Oliver Baskerville, Hatfield. Lane 5, Zach Fellows of St Albans. Lane 6, Adrian Stork-Widal of Bishop Stortford. Lane 7, Parker Brewster of Harpenden. Lane 8, Kabir Patel, Potters Bar. And in lane 9, Thomas Fenwick of Hatfield. Referee. So as they surface, it looks to me in lanes 4 and 5, that's Oliver Baskerville from Hatfield and Zach Fellows from St Albans. We'll be reaching the end first and turning. About 4 others turning third, so I can't split those at the moment. Oliver Baskerville, slightly pulling ahead of Zach Fellows, but not making too much headway. So as they turn, for the first time at the finish end, we've got Oliver Baskerville followed by Zach Fellows, closely behind Adrian Stockwell and Parker Brewster in third and fourth, with Rafferty May in fifth. However, Oliver Baskerville now starting to make some headway, his whole body length ahead now of Zach Fellows in second. Zach Fellows himself more than a body length ahead of Adrian Stockwell on his left. So they're coming up to the halfway point now. Oliver Baskerville making his presence known and turning at least a body and a half length ahead now of Zach Fellows. And just behind Zach Fellows is Adrian Stork-Waddell. So it looks like these three are holding on to their first, second and third position. However, Rafferty May on the left of Oliver is definitely challenging for the third place. So, as they come up now for their final turn, it doesn't look like Zach is going to be catching Oliver, but Zach is definitely commanding a good second place. However, Adrian in third is being pressured very hard now by Rafferty May. So, Oliver Baskerville, the 17-year-old from Hatfield, is going to make a turn, and it looks like it's not going to be challenged for his first place spot. Equally, it doesn't look like anyone is going to be challenging Zach for the second place. However, the race on now is between Adrian of Bishop Stortford and Rafferty May of Watford. And Adrian has led all the way through, but it looks like Rafferty's pushing hard here. Who will take it? It was Adrian. He held on to third place with Rafferty May taking a well-earned fourth. So I've just been asked to inform all swimmers and coaches that the next warm-up will be at 12:50. It will be for 30 minutes. So the next warm-up will be at 12:50, that's 12:50, and it will be for 30 minutes. And I've also been asked to clear the gallery. So if all spectators could clear the gallery, please. That would be great, thank you.